Back to 11 Alive midday. Georgia lawmakers are moving to ban transgender girls from playing on female sports teams in schools. The state recently passed legislation that mirrors President Donald Trump's executive order signed this week. It restricts competition in women's sports to people who were assigned female at birth. Ariana Maniz joins us live from the state capitol. Ariana, what does the state legislation mean for student athletes?
Well, Cheryl, Republicans who support this legislation and sponsor the bill, they say that this measure stands to create fairness in women's sports, but opponents of this legislation, mainly Democrats, they say it fails to address the real challenges that female athletes face and doesn't address an issue that actually exists. Now, we saw this bill pass the state Senate with a 35-17 vote. We saw two Democratic senators support Republicans in advancing this measure. Currently, the Georgia High School Association already requires students to compete based on the sex listed on their birth certificate, but this bill would make that policy state law. Now, during debate around the bill, Democratic Senator Kim Jackson, she tried to shift the focus and propose an amendment to add to the legislation that actually addresses barriers such as like fairness in practice facilities and equal pay for coaches. Now that effort did fail. The Republican sponsor of the bill says lawmakers, they have a duty to act. Take a listen.
Right now, this morning, we had girls who had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go practice on their court because they don't get priority practicing time.
This bill recognizes that when you allow males to participate in female sport, it ceases to become female sport. So in reality, the Democrats are out of step with 79% of Americans on this issue.
Now, this bill is one of 4 Republican-led measures we see moving through the state General Assembly this session. 2 bills that we see moving through the General Assembly would also address access to transgender girls in sports. One would limit hormone therapy for minors, and another legislative bill will stop state employees from being able to have any gender-affirming care under the state's health care plan. Meanwhile, this legislation addressing transgender girls in high school sports, it's not law just yet. It still has to move through the state house before it could potentially get a signature from Governor Brian Kemp. Reporting live from the state capitol, I'm Ariana Maniz for 11 Alive. Back to you.